It's something of an understatement to say that Warner Brothers' slate of DC films have trouble at the theaters. Though fans have largely enjoyed the DC Comics movies, and each franchise entry has done relatively well at the box office, critics have consistently ripped the offerings to shreds. With the exception of 2017's Wonder Woman, the DC Extended Universe has really been struggling. Marvel, on the other hand, routinely owns the box office, captivates critics, and holds the attention of theatergoers worldwide each time it rolls out a new film. As Avengers: Infinity War proves for the umpteenth time, the MCU's cavalcade of superheroes has a grip on Hollywood that doesn't show any signs of slowing. So, how does one patch up the problems of the DC Universe and potentially bring it up to Marvel's speed? Infinity War screenwriters Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely have a simple solution. On a recent episode of Kevin Smith's Fat Man on Batman podcast, Smith asked the writers,
"If somebody offered you a ton of money and swayed you to the dark side and said, fix these movies, how would you fix the DC Universe?"
Marcus dished up his no-frills, all-fun filmmaking game plan. Put the central lineup of DC heroes on the shelf for a moment and focus on just one character at a time rather than the universe as a whole.
Look at what Marvel did out of necessity in that they didn't have their A-list characters. They didn't have Spider-Man. They didn't have the X-Men.
Instead, the MCU's opening salvo was Iron Man, a leading character that might not have been the most obvious choice as the godfather to the entire Marvel universe, but eventually worked out pretty well.
He's pretty famous, he's Iron Man, but he wasn't there. And they made a really good movie out of it.
As for how that applies to the DC universe, well, Marcus thinks it's all about making a few creative character choices there too, by giving Superman and Batman some time off and exploring other characters from the comics that might have some similar appeal.
Go through the vast world and go, that guy or that girl, and go, let's just make a really good movie.
For his part, McFeely also agreed that making a single film at a time is the way to go.
Strategically, it's make one, right? To quote Justice League, save one person.
Perhaps they're onto something. From the studio cooking up a slew of Joker movies simultaneously, Ben Affleck's flip-flopping about whether or not to ditch the Caped Crusader cowl, and executives mapping out its alternate universe movie banner on the side, things are a bit of a mess down in the DC universe.
There's a lot of spaghetti being thrown at the wall.
We can't say for certain whether Marcus and McFeely's proposition is the perfect one to save the DC universe, but slowing down to stop the spaghetti from sliding off the walls and onto the floor sounds like a smart idea. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.